The views and opinions expressed on Geeks Under the Influence are that of the panelists and not of our sponsors, Amazon.com and TeePublic. Parental discretion is advised.
We are now in this weird in-between where there are shorter seasons of shows. Like, I think Falcon and Winter Soldier is, or like WandaVision was like 9 episodes. Falcon and Winter Soldier is like 6 or 7 episodes.
Boo.
I know.
Sorry.
But it is getting to where, well, now that is more of an hour-long format than WandaVision was with Falcon and Winter Soldier. So at least there's that.
Okay.
Well, like 45 versus 23. You know, like
I'm used to 12 to 13 episodes of 45 with hour with commercials. So no.
But if you compile them together, like you're getting close to where the movie format and the TV show format are getting much and much closer, as we had with Infinity War, and now like Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now, granted, only like from what I understand, 30% or so of his total film was used for the original theatrical cut.
I think it was less than that.
Yeah, so like 70% was just left over. And you know that Zack Snyder was just like, oh, I get to do my version? Well, guess what? You're sitting down for 4 fucking hours, you ass. If you wanted my cut, then you're not getting a 2.5 hour cut. You're getting a 4 hour fucking cut. Fuck you. We're gonna get into everything. And
yes,
they
all
did.
over your face, neck, and chest. So I pondered this question to you guys, and knowing that you're more Marvel oriented than I am, of course, would you have rather watched it where it was they Mandalorian it and did 4 separate episodes, or 6, and they could have in terms of the chapters, or was all at once? Do you think better for you?
I'm gonna say this, and spoilers for anyone who hasn't watched the Snyder Cut. We're saying that now.
Yeah,
we need
spoilers.
to get that out of the way because we are fucking talking about the entire 4-hour epic thing.
Is there spoiler alerts in the episode we're covering? Okay.
If you're listening to this, you know better, and shame on you.
But anyway, I had like a movie meter that I was gonna check to see what the time frame was, and my movie meter was when they revive Superman, when they bring him back from the dead with the mother box. And I remember in the original movie, it was like 35, 40 minutes in, and I was watching the movie, and I get to that part, and I'm like, cool, and I paused it to see where that was, and it was 2.5 fucking hours in the goddamn movie, and I'm like, that didn't feel like 2.5 hours to me. So to answer you, Kyle, I was fine with the one sitting because the storytelling and the depth that was added was so good, and it sucked me in so much. And again, I fucking hate Justice League. I fucking hate the original release. I hate it so fucking much. And I was bitching at Hobbit about this. We were talking about it. But I couldn't believe it was 2.5 hours. If that answers your question. Like, I was fine with only having an hour and a half left to watch after that scene.
Yeah.
Well, and this is something we're going to get into on this episode, is something that all 3 of the 4 panelists are uncomfortable with, is telling Kyle that there's a Superman-related property that isn't actually half bad, is what I think might be happening on this episode. Now, we're going to have the ebbs and flows of like the good and the bad that comes from this Zack Snyder cut of Justice League, but we are definitely going to talk about the differences between the original release and the lengthy release as well.
Superman was only in it for literally the last hour and a half, so everything I talked about was 2.5 hours prior to that. That's sucked me in. So just because it's a Superman property that we like doesn't mean that he's the reason we like it. Just saying.
Fair enough.
And I'm not going to let go of the fucking Martha part of Batman vs. Superman. Sorry.
Fair. That's
sorry.
Fair.
Yeah.
No, and we will more thoroughly express our feelings on this episode of Geeks Under the Influence. We're talking about all things Zack Snyder's 4-hour cut of the Justice League that just drops on HBO Max. It had theater release as well, right?
It did, and like AMC, I think, released it.
I think AMC did. So if you have not had a chance to watch the Snyder cut, don't listen to this episode and think you're going to understand the plot based on the theatrical release that came out some years ago, because it is an entirely different movie. And we're going to get into the differences between the two and tons of spoilers on this episode of Geeks Under the Influence, Zack Snyder's Justice League.
We are things that were and shall be again. A changing of the guard, the deadites marching in. You think you can hold out, but you know you're wrong, so you better join us now. You better do it fast, or you will be. Necronomicon uses power rise in the
Martha.
Dun, 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 dun.
And before we get into it, I really want to get the introductions out of the way so we can dive in, because there's a lot to
There's so much content. There's so
break
much.
down on this
Yeah.
one. So first up is our Superman apologist. We, of course, had to have on this episode of Zack Snyder's Justice League, a gentleman that I know for a fact has a Superman Returns action figure in his collection because I gave it to him. We're talking about Kyle Smash is here.
What's up? Yeah, I think my Beagle got that. I shit it out. I'm
So
not sure.
unfortunately, you were actually doing stuff to help with like hurricane relief during the first Justice League theatrical release, and you were not able to be on.
No, I know. And I listened to that. You guys, give very nice shout out. It was very appreciative at the same
a few
time. I
times.
was just, and I will state, I wasn't apologizing for that movie because that's not what I expected to see. There was a couple of cool parts in it, no doubt, like from a CGI standpoint, but hell no. I was not very happy with that cut.
Okay. Well, I just got to add something to what I was going to say. A, there was no good CGI in that fucking original release. I don't know what the fuck you're
shit.
talking about. It all looked like dog shit. And two, this is a good point to bring this up. You mentioned the Superman Returns figure. You do know Henry Cavill was auditioned for Superman.
No,
and
I did
actually got
not.
a cape fitting.
I did
They actually
not.
got a cape fitting
Mhm.
for that movie, and the fucking director ended up going up with Brandon Dingleberry.
Brandon Copycat Ralph.
And
like,
he was, seriously, copycat Ralph. You're
but
right.
he did a good
totally-
copycat.
The DC Ant-Man.
He was, but
But-
he was Ray Palmer's Ant-Man, and he also got to play Kingdom Come Superman in the Crisis.
So
Oh,
that
right.
was
event
awesome.
that
I
happened.
dug
And
that.
He did it.
I dug that.
He knocked that shit right out of the park.
Superman Returns is trash, but no, Henry Cavill did audition for that and actually was fitted for a cape, and they didn't go with him.
Mhm.
So you're saying Bryan Singer, the director of Superman Returns, this was one of his first of many fucking mistakes, was that right there.
Mhm,
Yeah.
Okay,
mhm.
well, no, that was a double
totally.
down mistake. That was a two mistakes with one stone thing, because he stopped doing the X-Men movies to do Superman Returns, and then we got that garbage X-Men 3 movie.
No,
Oh.
there's got to be a rule with GUI. We do not bring up Last Stand. Okay.
No,
I remember that was brought up in WandaVision.
wait, hold on. So we can bring up
and I heard
Last
the
Stand.
rage.
So we can bring up Wolverine, right? We can bring that up.
Origins?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we can bring up
talk about
Origins,
Origins?
right? No, wait.
Only in relation to Deadpool releases.
I'm just trying to fuck with Hunter hard, dude.
God damn it.
I was like
Those movies
that or
suck
the
ass.
Wolverine.
Oh, anyway.
Okay, and next up is the apparently Origins Wolverine apologist of this panel.
No.
I think you mean advocates, sir.
I like
Advocates.
digital claws. They're so cool.
By the way, I also want to officially celebrate Kyle Smash for joining as being the official co-host of Geekfathers, the rebranded of Geekfathers.
Yeah, badass.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
amazing, and I'm
Our
so
two bald
excited.
fucking mugs.
Yeah,
I love
I was
the new
like, you
photo,
realize we look
new
the
cover.
exact same. Yeah.
new cover
Yeah,
is fun.
it's like Scotty and then a different version of Scotty. There
it's
you go.
like
Yeah.
like a
Alternate version.
thinner, taller version of Scotty. Yeah.
Shorter beard.
Yeah. But you can check
Alternate
that out at
timeline.
GUIPodcast.com, and we'll have that design available on our store pretty shortly as well. Next up is the gentleman that I think is part of every other show besides the ones Steven and I host. Oh, well, actually, he's a co-host on one of Steven's.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Shh. From
Or Ryan Seacrest of
yeah,
GUI.
Watch your tone.
pretty much from Beautiful
Fred Durst
Disasters,
rock
from
rap.
the Mouths of Madness, regular panelists on GUI, and pretty much everything else we do on the network. Fuck You, Hunter is here.
What's up, bitches?
What's up?
Which we were talking about panelists, and if Smash was going to be on talking about DC, we had to have Hunter on to fuck with Kyle about DC. So.
My very first GUI was Batman v Superman, and
Oh, man.
I knew Kyle was gonna be on there. It was my first one. I was really disappointed when Justice League came out and he was unfortunately out of town. It was a sad moment as I kept waiting. I was hoping he was going to call in or something during that.
the chickens are just really coming home to roost on this one here.
Now, that's a good tie into this movie did make me want to go back and rewatch the other DC properties with not the ones I need to rewatch, not Wonder Woman or Shazam, but and fuck Green Lantern, but Man of Steel and then Batman vs Superman. And I'm like, okay, well, this Snyder cut, and then let me go watch the other cut version, the uncut version of Batman v Superman. No, I don't know. For those listening, If you watch
bother.
the uncut version of Batman vs. Superman and still hated the fucking movie, this is not the same thing.
No.
Okay, because they did not do what they did to Batman vs. Superman that they did to Justice League. Just letting you know.
And that's what I was going to say is this is where I was definitely cautious about this is I remember people going, well, yeah, the theatrical Batman vs. Superman sucked, but the director's uncut version, that's the way to go. And I watched that and I said, no, it's just a longer, shittier movie. And so I was very cautious going into this.
Now, the man that sounds like the old curmudgeon that's mad that the kids in town finally got to dance is that's how you sounded talking about Justice League, where you're like kind of mad that you enjoyed it. Like, I mean, yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's great. You know what? Everybody dance. It's fine. Is
old man Quaker over here?
Yeah, Mr. Lowdown Brown MacGyver is here.
What's going on, everybody? Fuck you, Hobbit. All right, so hold on a minute. I am actually happy to tell somebody that we actually have a good, thought out, epic DC movie, because look, we in the past, you go back and listen to our episodes, I've bitched. I said, like, Marvel's got it in the bag. All DC has to do is follow it, but that never meant I wanted DC to be a Marvel movie. I wanted DC to do DC as good as Marvel, because DC has amazing storylines and story arcs that need to be told properly, and we just weren't getting that. So when my statement about liking Justice League is, I'm not curmudgeon about it. Like, I am happy that I enjoyed it because Batman is my favorite fucking superhero of all time.
I will absolutely sign off on that, as well as that, as much as we do talk shit on DC, and I'm definitely more of a Marvel guy than a DC thing, at the end of the day, I'm a superhero fan. And I want to see good superhero films. I want to read good superhero comics. And I've read good superhero comics from both DC and Marvel.
Exactly.
And I'm not rooting for DC's fucking, like, destruction. I just want them to step up their game and give us good material. And they've done it before with Batman. But everything else since Richard Donner with Superman has been, like, pretty garbage. So I'm excited to talk about this and to give credit when credit's due, honestly. Like, so, yeah, I'm very excited to let Kyle have a comfortable DC movie conversation on this show.
Not completely shit on the whole time.
Yeah.
And the man who completely misunderstood me, but is actually on the same page with me, and is also responsible for everything you listen to, Michael Bickett.
I was signing off. I was saying I agree.
Yeah, no. You were going to say I was a curmudgeon about the movie when I am not angry at the fact I like it at all.
That's true. That is true. No, I just like to look at you as like the furrowing brow in the corner as the kids get to dance. Like, is
that a nice way to say that I'm just the angry black man? Because that's racist, Hobbit.
No, angry black man is louder as a stereotype. This is more of like the quietly.
I can turn up my gain if you want.
No, we're good. We're good.
Yeah. No, but we got Mike Hobbit Bickett here. He is the man who inspired all of us to do our own thing by doing it himself, and that's where we're at.
And that's the first and last time I will ever be an inspiration to anyone. I don't promise. Likelihood, let's say.
Likelihood. There's a likelihood.
I will never be an inspiration for anything ever again. But I do appreciate our panelists here and everybody listening to this episode. You can find this and other shows on the network at GUIPodcast.com. If you have interesting things or, well, fuck it, anything to say about this show or others, hit us up on the hotline, 804-505-4484. That's 804-505-4GUI. And we'll interact with you. Also, all our social media stuff's available at GUIPodcast.com. So follow us, rate, review, all that cool shit. And let's get into the Snyderverse, I guess, or the last swan song of the Snyderverse, apparently.
I've got a question. Was Superman's screams at the beginning of the movie as a prominent scene in the original cut? Because I don't remember that.
No, it was not.
But that adds so much to waking up the mother boxes because they were scared of him.
I believe it wasn't even.
No, Smash is about to explode, so we're going to Smash.
There are almost too many differences to try to even touch on every single one of them. But that was one of the most important scenes because, that shockwave of just energy of being released was even as ridiculous as that scene was. At the end of Batman versus Superman with Lex Luthor, and he's like, ding, ding, ding. He's like fucking drooling on himself and snot coming out. It makes sense. you know, that sent out the notice that, you know, the protector, the god to them, was dead. They were afraid. The mother boxes knew how powerful he was.
Yeah.
And that was I mean, and it didn't just reverberate through the universe to Darkseid. I mean, every powerful being or everyone that could feel it on that earth knew something really bucking.
Well, they
back.
show Cyborg. They show other people besides just the powerful that we know about feel it. You know what I mean?
I want somebody to take the Tim the Toolman Taylor voice and put that over Cyborg, where he's like, oh.
So just out of curiosity, I already know Baldy down there how he watched it, but did everybody else? I watched it in parts. I didn't know if anybody else watched it full or if they watched it in parts.
I watched it in one sitting.
Me too.
Yeah.
With pee breaks.
One sitting for me.
And I did not, I don't regret it. It was a fucking journey that I went through that I never thought I would get from fucking DC, let alone Zack Snyder doing a DC property, honestly.
I mean, I stopped for bathroom breaks and to get snacks. But I will say that, you know, I went into this thinking it was another director's cut. I had no idea just how this is an entirely different movie. That's like, I mean, this is so fundamentally different than the original. So I was kind of half watching for the first maybe 20 minutes. And then once I realized like, this is a new movie. This is a totally new movie. I was engaged after that. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I got to give it up for that.
I had found out prior to starting it up that, you know, Zack Snyder had put chapters in there, and I was like, sweet, because I wanted to treat it kind of like a TV movie, you know, just to see, because I was worried. I'm not big into 3-hour plus movies, and sometimes I make my decision on that last hour because I'm just like worn out. So I watched it in parts, but man, him putting those chapters in there really was fucking helpful for people that like me that are like, I can't go through a fucking 4-hour movie.
It's a good natural stop.
Yeah.
And it's funny with the chapters is actually when I was sitting down and watching it, my mind drifted, especially because it was rated R, which changes all of it. You know, it
DC
really
should be rated R.
It's
just
rated
these
R
small
because
things
fuck
really
was
does
said
change.
twice. Like that's
the level of violence and the action. You know, just that sort of intensity. But when they did chapters, all I could think about was like, did Tarantino help him write this? I mean, there was probably be a little more curse words from Samuel L. Jackson, and you know what I mean, like
there's two fucks, and they cut off Steppenwolf's head. That's like it as far as rated R goes.
But for the type of material that it was, and just the fact that it was it was really the chapters. It was just the way that it was.
For
done.
Tarantino,
it was just the fact they slowed the movie down, went to a black screen, and put chapter 4. Or even chapter
like,
1, you got it. What is it? You got to be wrong, Batman. Or
right.
blah, blah, whatever douche nozzle Aquaman said.
Let me make this clear. I'm in no way comparing Snyder to Quentin Tarantino. It was just that feeling like you just felt like you were
never do that again.
There's something very epic.
Yeah, you learned your lesson.
Don't do that.
This is the Hateful Six, and it's just like
no, it's the Hateful 300.
Yeah, right.
Hobbit. It's the Hateful 300. Okay?
This is Gotham.
Yeah. but in no way, you can compare them. But it was just the sense of like you were watching a really thorough dark story, which can really fit, of course, the theme of the movie.
But here's the nice thing is that having Flash in there, not every character was that brooding like everybody else is brooding. That's fine.
Right.
But having Flash in there was great, and especially in this setting as opposed to the Whedon one where everybody had their little bits. It was just Flash, and it helped the movie so much.
That's something I was discussing a lot after watching this movie, is that as much as people that are regular listeners know that I'm a Whedon fan, and maybe it's just learning a little bit more of the of Whedon in recent time, I think it's more so that watching a full Snyder cut, some of my favorite lines from the original Justice League, even though it was a garbage movie, were clearly Whedon lines. There's one thing to say about a clear vision. I didn't miss those lines at all in this version.
No.
I feel like it was a person who had their own vision that they tried to put it on top of somebody else's vision, and that is why it didn't work. If Whedon did a Justice League movie, it would be a Joss Whedon Justice League movie. This was a weird hybrid originally. Those lines, that witty banter kind of thing that Whedon did, just didn't have a place in this version. And
Dude,
taking
yeah.
those out, I did not
Yeah.
miss them one bit. I felt like it just was way more concise, more fleshed out characters.
So what we got with the original Justice League, like you said, it was a hybrid. So to me, it was like the alien birth in resurrection of a fucking movie,
Oh,
which
no.
is
Are you
ugly.
trying to upset me
Am I
tonight?
wrong? Anybody tell me that I'm fucking wrong? That's what we fucking got.
No, you're
Also,
fine.
I would say
hate
more like
referencing that movie.
Prometheus.
Funny enough,
And-
also written by Joss Whedon. So
Yeah, it was, fair enough. Yeah, I didn't use that for any reason other than just to prove the point. No, not at all. Anyway, but I hope there were some panels on board just to dig into the things that were cut, the things that we didn't get, and not all of it was because of Joss Whedon, but there was a lot that Warner Brothers they are to blame for a lot of the shit we got
absolutely.
too. They're the ones that went out and didn't want to let fucking Zack Snyder grieve for the loss of his fucking daughter, who tragically fucking killed herself.
Well, the-
Fuck you, Warner Brothers. I'm sorry. I'm going to say that. Fuck you, Warner Brothers. That was a douche thing to do. You worry about your fucking money and your return, and you got less return than you would have if you released this in like 2 parts back in 2017. If you did 2017 Justice League Part 1 and 2018 Justice League Part 2, you would have seen a lot more fucking money instead of that trash fucking can we got in 2017. So the first thing I noticed in this, outside of the Echo, was the added Steppenwolf backstory.
oh yeah,
Understanding why he's doing what he's doing.
He has something to
prove
prove.
himself.
Yeah,
Exactly. We didn't get
100%.
that at all.
no,
And with all of that said, the important thing is the precedence that's this sets in terms of how a studio really can fuck with a movie. And everybody's known it. We've seen it time and time again.
Yeah, but they
with
didn't
this
learn.
shows-
They felt they could still do it and get away with it and not have shit.
well,
What the fuck?
the precedence this sentence is that the public really does have the power, because it was because of them that they were able to get this and him to get the funding. Also, it shows that time and perspective are really important when it comes to putting a movie together. And I guarantee you that he saw what worked and what didn't by having so much time pass, and then, getting a chance to kind of redo some things. He saw
Mhm.
what worked, and he was able to fine tune it, which is something he wasn't able to do under that gun, and they weren't going to let him. And also,
Yeah.
they didn't want a 4-hour runtime. They wanted something
Mhm.
digestible.
And but yeah, that it's not
So
just
the
what me, but
precedence
that's
is
just
what's
me.
really important, and then everything else comes after that.
I had actually read an interview right before we started recording with Zack Snyder, and he's actually never watched the Whedon cut.
Yeah,
And the reason for it is that Chris Nolan and
Mhm.
Zack Snyder's wife watched it right before it got released theatrically, and they told him, don't ever watch it. Like,
Yeah.
that's how hardcore it was, is that literally, like, Chris Nolan was like, no. Like,
Stop. Just
yeah.
don't.
So,
don't-
so,
don't
and
do
which
this to
makes it more
yourself.
impressive watching this one, because you would think that Zack Snyder did watch the Whedon one and said, "Oh, that doesn't work. That's not my." No, this was his intention the entire time. So it's not him fixing Whedon's mistakes. Literally, he didn't even see Whedon's mistakes.
that's true. And he also, Zack Snyder, we all know, has a signature style. Like, you could kind of think, like, obviously when you see Watchmen or 300, you see his style. So that's,
Dawn of
they
the Dead.
knew, like the studios knew what they were getting when he was going to be creating Justice League. Like, they had to have
Mhm.
known that they were going to get these. So his stamp is all fucking over it, along with the very long pauses in the music, which is
there were
very
some poor music
Yeah,
choices.
I
I'm
agree.
just gonna say.
Yep,
I'm just gonna say.
absolutely.
somewhat, yeah.
No,
definitely.
Nick Cave
Definitely
to
a little
Aquaman
slow
walking out
there,
chugging
but-
a bottle of whiskey is not doing Nick Cave justice.
Hey,
just
hey,
saying.
brother, that wasn't people. If you're thinking it that way, that wasn't for you. That's not what that
fuck
scene
off.
was for.
Fuck off of that
God.
excuse.
Him throwing the bottle in the ocean, I'm still confused.
yeah,
So-
yeah,
He
like-
could have
Yeah,
been
he's
doing-
littering. He's littering. He's throwing glass into the
He
ocean.
wasn't wearing a shirt. He could have literally been doing anything, and half the audience would have been like, "Yeah, perfect."
But I'm the other half that actually watches the movie outside of just being gasmed. So that was utter trash. Still, it was
Yes.
still trash.
Now,
The orgasm.
I am interested in just how much, this is something that I hadn't really considered before, because I always thought it was something as suggestion and then CGI people do their own thing to it. But there were so many better choices with the CGI than was done with Whedon. And I got to say that maybe it's just a little bit more time. Like the Whedon cut with Steppenwolf is worse than this version is better, is what I mean.
Yeah.
Steppenwolf
Yeah.
looked better.
looked way better.
And even the finale inside of that cocoon that they made, that bright red that they did in the Whedon cut was like so distracting and weird. And the fact that they took that away made it, I actually understood what was happening. It wasn't just this red aura on everything.
That red wasn't just in the cocoon. It was in like the entire Chernobyl. It's Chernobyl.
Oh, right. Yeah.
They're
yeah.
fucking Chernobyl.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
really?
I'm just going to call it, from now on, I'm calling it Chernobyl.
DC
Fuck
Chernobyl.
DC, and they're not wanting to use names or whatever. The entire thing was red. And when I got to that scene, I was like, oh, it's nighttime. It's dark. Holy fuck balls. Yes.
Yeah.
And it was so much better.
I get to enjoy this scene. Yay.
But the CGI was not all saved. Okay. I'm sorry. Cyborg still looks like shit.
Okay. All right.
They could do Iron Man. They can do a lot of other things. They can make a fucking raccoon look awesome on screen that is completely CGI, but they can't take a dude in mocap and make him look good in Warner Brothers universe. I'm sorry, Cyborg still looks like shit.
That third arm looked jacked. All right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It was fucking terrible.
Yeah, it was a bit short around there. Yeah. With the obvious differences to the movie, I will say if we were to do like a top 2 or 3, and we'll just start with one. For me, I would say that one of the biggest differences in there, aside from giving everybody more to do, including Batman, in those fight scenes, was the battle, was the war. And the context that that brought, and one of the most important things was which you find out later on is the anti-life equation, which was the whole reason for that movie to be made, was to tell that story. And so that battle scene alone was if you look at this behind the scenes, when they redid it and they put Steppenwolf, originally Joss Whedon put him in place of Darkseid. That was Darkseid originally, and then they covered him up and they put that. And then that's why it also looked a lot shittier in the Whedon cut.
Yeah.
But it was just the level of detail that they were able to go back and do, really, I'm sold that. Like, if they hadn't had that whole battle scene, that would have hurt that film badly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For me.
Gosh, you look like you're starting to get a little verklempt. Like you're getting a little emotional as you're talking about this.
So emotional.
This movie just hits you right
I
in
have so
that.
much to say. It's been so long, so I'm just like, I'm trying to like.
I was just going to throw out real quick is that, like, for me, I enjoyed the first 3 hours, but it was that last hour that really, really proved it to me in the comparison between the two, because that last hour in Whedon's cut with the fucking why are people still there if you're living near a nuclear plant?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
aliens have taken over the
cutting
area.
that all out, the
Get
whole
the
stupid
fuck
pushing
out.
a truck out of the way, and then he looks up
And
at
it was
Superman.
all that shit
and he's
was so
pushing a
unnecessary.
building. Fuck off.
And this version
No, but
is
we
like,
want our deposit back. Like, why are you?
yeah, exactly. But this version is just like, all right, we're here.
Stop.
Fucking take out Steppenwolf, get the box, do our shit. There is no like, let's have a contest between Superman and Flash and save motherfuckers. And all
Yeah.
that unnecessary bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And while we're on the ending, because I really do think there's a lot in between that helped this movie out that I hope you're going to touch on. The Flash end sequence.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I was like almost jumping out of the couch like, yes, because like they teased it when he brought Superman back, and that was actually regurgitated from Justice League, but the original release. But seeing him reverse time from the mother boxes joining was just fucking awesome.
But still
it was
leaving
fucking awesome.
Leaving enough open about time travel that they didn't fully blow their load before Flashpoint. That they left it that he just
Flashpoint.
Just reversed it just a little bit, just enough for
just twisting that nipple a little,
Yeah,
just gently,
just the tip.
Yeah,
you know how hard, you know how bad I want a live action Flashpoint. Oh my god.
God.
Oh yeah. No, Jeffrey D. Morgan is
Batman
as Thomas Wayne.
What's her face from fucking Walking Dead is fucking Joker.
Yeah, well, it also goes to show you that, and this is true, I guess, in any verse, but especially in the DC universe, whether movie or not, time is the ultimate power.
Sure,
it really is. Even the mother boxes weren't, even that was reversed back. They didn't have the power to be outside of time, and so I think it not only sets
huge.
that up, but it shows how big, especially when it comes to something like Crisis.
Yes.
Another thing is, I will say this: some of the best DC movies of the past, I'd say 15 years, have been their animated movies, because they actually stay with what is based on the books.
And
This is
Flashpoint
probably one of the
best.
closer of the live action that actually did that. It took 4 hours, but it did it.
And look, there is a reason why Star Trek, Marvel, DC, all of these properties eventually use time travel. Fuck, even in the animated series in Star Wars, they use a time travel to a degree. That is because these properties have lasted for so long, they have to retcon some shit, or they have to start some shit over sometimes. Over a long enough period of time, everything is going to end up requiring time travel for the story arc in genre film, because like you can't have something cohesive for 70 years. You have to go back in time
impossible.
and reboot it again like that. So if you think time travel's over with DC, well, no, it's just getting started. With
It's
Marvel,
just getting started.
With
Yeah.
Marvel, oh no, my friend, they got to work in the X-Men, and that shit started in the 60s. How do you think they're going to make that fucking work? Like
Exactly.
time travel's going to be a thing that happens, and you just have to kind of accept it for what it is. It's that Star Trek thing of like, isn't time travel cheating? It's like, yeah, but somebody I knew told me, it's not cheating if it works or some shit, like
It's fun.
that you
So-
just have to kind of accept that as part of the thing. Like the hive mind, where if you kill the brain, all the soldiers die. They did that in
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
Avengers. That's just a thing that it has to be used.
We kind of like I brought it up, and everyone kind of agreed that the added Steppenwolf backstory was a really good because we had no reason for the villain to be the villain in the original one.
Yeah.
At least to me. And but then we move some of the other things that we moved on for was the intro to the Flash, where he's going to get the job at the dog pound
Yeah.
or whatever. And there's of course a truck driver who, why would you want the burger off the floor of your truck? That's disgusting. Anyway, he saves his girl, but there's a shot when she's flying out of her car, and he had hit the hot dog vendor, and there's hot dogs in the air. Can someone please make a meme of a hot dog going into her mouth? Because her mouth was wide the fuck open. That would just make me so happy.
You have a radar movie.
Her mouth or
Yeah.
his mouth?
It's her mouth. Like
I
she's
think
flying
you're
out
gonna
of the
see.
car. There's hot dogs flying in the air, but no one managed to land it in her mouth.
That's
You were
that's
just waiting
just-
for that moment, weren't you?
I'm sure
I was, dude.
someone-
I would have fucking pissed myself laughing if that happened. And second, why didn't Snyder fix the fucking Flash lightning? It should not be fucking blue. That annoyed me through the entire fucking movie. It's the fucking Flash. It needs to be like a white through a fucking red with orange in between. We don't need fucking blue. It's not fucking Flash. Fucking stop. Okay.
Oh, I could tell you, they didn't want to follow the TV show. That's already been done.
Oh, the
In
fucking
terms of
comics.
color scheme.
With the comics.
Well, I know the comics. I know. The blue didn't specifically bother me.
Oh.
It was that haze. It was a little too thick sometimes. So when he's running, it's just like he just looks like he's running in a blue cloud. It's something that I think he should have taken more from the Flash TV show in terms of how to do it. I think they got it down. They don't have the fun. If they had the funding that he had, I mean,
it would look so much better on the show. The show already has the system. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just still confused as to how he got his powers, since he tells his dad at the end of the movie how he's now working for that department, which in the comics and the show is how he got the Speed Force power, is the place that he just got the job at the end of the movie. So
Well, it's supposed to be a Flash movie that comes out, and it's
I
supposed to
understand.
explain
I'm just
everything.
saying, how did he get it? Because he's
We'll get
just
it.
getting the job.
We'll get to it.
All
Okay.
right.
You just sit down there, Sonny Jim. We'll get to it.
But
Yeah.
I did say on social media previously is that I am just assuming that Zack Snyder's favorite character of the Justice League is the Flash, because it's the most that he can use slow motion and it not be inappropriate for a character is the Flash.
man.
We
So-
didn't even
all the
touch
hot
the
dogs?
slow motion.
Yeah.
That's the Flash is
hot
the only
dogs?
time it's acceptable. Every other fucking slow motion scene, Lois walking to the fucking memorial. Fuck you, dude. The movie would have been a half hour shorter if they had sped that shit up, dude.
it's the lens flares for J.J. Abram of
yeah, the slow mo for
Seriously.
Zack Snyder.
I will say that although they did do a lot of the slow motion. There was some
Yeah.
two cool things that came out of those scenes for her. It gave you a context that she'd been there, so she would already be there. So that makes sense that she would be there once Superman came back, and she would see everything happening.
Still no reason for slow mo,
It
bro.
makes perfectly sense.
Still
Yes.
still no reason for slow
And I
mo.
think they also had the original. I want to say Jimmy Olsen was the cop. In
Yeah.
the car.
Mm-hmm.
at least it made sense within the context of the story and wasn't just there for like some music video ish.
It kind of was though. Anyway.
Now I can't remember, but does she know Superman's actual alien name? Does anybody know that so they could stop yelling Clark around a shitload of police officers and people with cell phones? Like he's got an actual alien name. You can say Kyle, and like it'll literally help because they keep yelling his name in front of every motherfucker, and then he's gonna at the end of the movie put the glasses on. I mean, like, I thought they were going to AR that out a little bit.
I love the balance. I love the balance of that. You've got like a dude who doesn't wear a mask where it's just like Clark, and they're like, oh, like Clark Kent. Yeah, no, he looks like Clark Kent because he doesn't wear anything on his face besides glasses. And then
calls Batman Batman.
Well, no, and the one thing is like, oh, that's your symbol. He's like, oh wait, shit, sorry, that's your symbol. The dude that wears a mask, he's worried about like,
yeah.
It's like, oh hey, it means you need to go. Yeah.
They already assume that you're like this because of the way you move, speak, or dress. And therefore they could never put that together. That's the whole like psychological sort of joke on the crowd, is be like, we're kind of making fun of the people within the story for just being, don't judge a book by its cover situation.
Also, it's basically it's a statement that everyone that wears glasses are fucking nerds and aren't good at anything. And
you see this?
Yeah,
the crowd can't.
Yeah,
the people listening can't, but I know my boys can.
Aw, that's cute. That's cute.
Anyway, so that's yeah.
I think that's a good place to stop for our mid-episode break here.
Did we already go off the rails, or did we do well?
We're getting fucking ready to. I will tell you.
Oh God, we got some stuff. We got a whole lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we've got what we're drinking. We've got making a drunken scene. We've got more conversations about Zack Snyder's Justice League on this episode. So stick around. We'll be back in just a minute.
Coming straight from the mouths of madness, I'm Lowdown.
I'm FU Hunter.
Do you love horror?
We fucking do.
So this is a podcast dedicated to all things in cinematic horror. We're talking movies, television, composers, special effects artists. We're going to fucking cover it.
So if you love horror,
embrace the madness.
In a world ravaged by movie studios that keep rehashing the same things, only one podcaster has the guts to make it even worse. Join Mike the Hobbit as he traverses the internet to bring you some of the best and worst ideas for reboots, remakes, and reimaginings of some of your favorite and least favorite TV and film properties. Ideas like a John Waters He-Man movie, Fantastic Four the musical, and Aliens, done entirely with marionettes. What podcast would bring this evil upon the world? This is Smack My Pitch Up. Available anywhere you get your podcasts.
Hey guys, Scotty Big Daddy Preston here, that's right, the Geek Father, asking you to join me here every other week with friends and family of the GUI network as we go through all the trials and tribulations of being a geeky parent. So remember, join us or cry.
My name is Amy Bogard.
And I'm Mike the Hobbit.
And we are the hosts of Deeply Upsetting, where we use our expertise to answer your most upsetting hypothetical quandaries, such as, what non-winged animal deserves wings?
And what body part deserves a secret mouth?
Which cryptid is the worst roommate?
These questions and more that plague you will be answered on Deeply Upsetting, available anywhere you get your podcasts and at GUIPodcast.com. We're back for the second half of Geeks Under the Influence, all things Zack Snyder's Justice League, the new one that just released, the 4-hour cut that just dropped in 2021. Before we get into anything else, let's talk about our sponsors a little bit, the ones that help us get a little bit of cash to continue this amazing network that you've come to know and love over the close to 6 years that we've been a thing in this world. I've been recently rewatching the Marvel movies with Amy. If there are Marvel movies that you love and don't love, instead of getting the compendium of all of those movies, you can pick and choose which Marvel movies you want to own on Blu-ray or 4K by going to Amazon.com through our link at GUIPodcast.com. That way we get credit for any of the amazing Marvel or DC property movies that you've come to know and love. You pay no more money, but we get credit for it, so we get a little bit of that cash. So if you have conflictions about shopping through Amazon, the way to feel a little bit better about it is taking a little bit of that money away from Amazon and putting it in our pockets instead. You do that by going through our link at GUIPodcast.com. So damn the man, save the GUI podcast, put that money in our pockets, or at least a very small percentage of that money in our pockets. But we do appreciate it. It helps us with equipment, booze, storage fees, all that stuff. The better way to help out this network is t-shirt sales. Right now, we are donating all of our profits to the Holly Fund to help out anybody in the restaurant industry in the Richmond area. It's a nonprofit that helps out restaurant workers during the time of COVID to help the amount of money lost across the board here. So for now, it's helping them, but it does help us in the long run after all this is said and done by just literally buying designs on merchandise. We have T-shirts, buttons, stickers, magnets, coffee mugs, laptop covers, banners, all the things that you would want from the GUI network. We've got, I think, close to 40 designs at this point of from the different shows in the network. We've got different designs based on episodes from different shows. A bunch of fun stuff to look at. Just go to GUIpodcast.com/store for the link to our TeePublic page, or just click on store on the homepage, and that'll send you right to the TeePublic page as well. We are constantly coming up with new ideas for logos, new ideas for references to previous episodes. That's all available on our TeePublic page. And now on to the fun stuff. The thing besides the money that helps us get this podcast going is the under the influence part of it. We're talking about the liquid inspiration that carries us through these episodes. We're talking about what we're drinking.
Hey, we're fucking drinking. We're getting drunk. You want to know? Well, here you go. Hey.
Of course, with virtual episode recordings of this, it's a little bit less enjoyable. The shares aren't actually shared via, except for our appreciation of them. But do we have any thematic shares for this episode?
Yes, I actually brought one.
Nice.
Maybe like the second time ever I think I've ever brought an actual share that wasn't a Yingling or a Devil's Backbone.
Right.
But it is local, and so I didn't find anything necessarily superhero related, but it just, when I saw the title of it, of the beer, it just made me laugh. It's the Great Return.
I mean, that does kind of work, though.
Yeah.
It's the Great Return.
Yeah.
It's the IPA. I like it. It's from Hardywood.
Mm-hmm.
It's at 7.5% alcohol by volume. So for me, that's fine. I think I've had 3 of these, and I am doing just fine. It's actually it's pretty delicious.
I'm actually on the same brewery, different beers though. Not a real big fan of the Great Return. I've got the Baltic Sunrise, which is their coffee porter, and then I have the bourbon barrel aged Baltic Sunrise right now of their coffee porter. So that kind of gives you the direct reference to, you've got Justice League of 2017, and then you've got Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League. So the bourbon barreled Baltic Sunrise is the
better
Snyder cut
version.
It's the Snyder cut. Holy shit!
What a way
we
to
went
talk
from like
shit.
6-point-something% to like right around 9, and that's literally a direct reference to the quality of film you're getting.
Enjoy your Wheaton beer.
Yeah, you enjoy your Wheaton beer. I got my Snyder beer. Okay, this is my Snyder cut beer. Okay, guys.
Now, speaking of Devil's Backbone, there was a beer that I looked around for, and apparently it is only seasonal and may not be able to be found outside of the brewery for a lot of people, but it is worth mentioning because it is Devil's Backbone, and we are a big fan of that. They do have a beer called Cyborg Brain Juice IPA.
All right.
So it's a hazy, I'm assuming?
This
By
IPA
juice?
has a phenomenal haze and a juicy hop character, bursting with fruity hop aroma, and with relatively low bitterness. It can calm nervous humans and paranoid androids alike. So that is something I'm interested to try out, and is definitely appropriate for this episode as well. Is that I think Cyborg needed a little bit of liquid courage to be a little bit more talkative and not so fucking emo during the well, he was basically non-existent in the original version, but in this version,
There you go.
Conversation too.
yeah,
I was going to say that they actually added a backstory to Cyborg, which gave him more, I don't know, oomph to actually make a fuck when he was supposed to in the movie.
But his whole,
versus the original, which he was supposed to be important all of a sudden, and he was nothing
He was
in
so
the
emo
earlier
though.
parts
It's
of the
like,
film.
you know all about monsters, don't you, Dad? More like knowing how to make them. Like he might as
He
well.
actually didn't say it like that, but that's cool, Hobbit.
Wait,
Maybe there's some internal shit you're thinking about with that, but he actually didn't say it that way. I'm just saying.
which character had the daddy issues again? I just sorry,
yeah,
I got
right.
lost.
All of them.
Exactly.
I was just waiting for Cyborg to be
Some
like,
form.
your son is everywhere. Just the limbs
I
spread
don't
out.
even know what that is. What is that?
That's Dashboard Confessional.
Oh my
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you know
Haven't
Dashboard
heard that
Confessional
name in
lyrics
a
and
minute.
Cyborg's emo.
I'm dating a woman
Okay.
10 years younger than me. Yes, I do know Dashboard Confessional.
Is that the reason why you know them? Really?
Also, when I have private time in my sad closet, it's where it really comes in handy. Wait, you guys don't have a sad closet? It's I'd mean either.
I got a
Me
sad
neither.
drawer,
I don't.
or
No.
a sad dresser.
I have a sad door. It's called when I walk outside. That's just where I'm at.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
but then I throw
Why
on
we
some
stayed
like
inside and watched this
I
movie.
throw on some fucking Slayer and fuck that shit. So yeah, here we go.
Yeah,
So-
I'll go with Lowdown with the Slayer over Dashboard.
Yeah,
but, you
fair.
know,
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Not
Yeah,
to pick sides or anything. So.
that wasn't that was not a pairing choice with this episode. Dashboard.
Oh no,
That
no,
was
no!
a-
You're
sure?
Dashboard now. Yeah,
Oh,
your,
okay, cool.
your nickname's gonna be
Cool,
Dashboard.
cool,
Okay.
cool. I'm super excited about
rather
that.
play
Dashboard. No
spoons off of-
longer. It's Dashboard Hobbit.
Hobbit confessional.
Hobbit confessional.
That sounds like a porn or something.
See,
or
I would,
like
I'd make
taxi
that,
cab.
I would make that the title of this
confessional.
episode, but long listeners would be like, "Oh, what did he admit to?" And there'd be nothing. Like
You admitted to Dashboard confessionals when
I
you admitted to.
admitted to my
motherfucker.
sadness closet. So that's
You emoticon.
that's me.
Oh,
So,
damn.
Hunter, are you drinking on anything interesting or?
Just Superman colors. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
PBR.
PBR.
I'm drinking on something
old
that
primary.
that Loda and I joked about recently on another episode. Is I am white clawing the situation right now.
yeah.
Oh.
No, wait, I've been getting joked on that for like almost 2 years now. And fuck you, buddy. That's all I got.
And then I did research on high blood pressure and beer, and yeah, White Claw's better. That
A year and a half later. Good job.
yeah,
Hobbit.
fair enough. Yeah.
Good job.
Well, I mean, if you're going to go down that route, that's a deep rabbit hole right there, sir.
I mean, yeah, we
Red
could keep
meat,
talking about that.
cigarettes,
Oh, I know.
how far
Yeah.
you
Trust
want to
me.
go.
Trust
We
me.
can keep talking about that.
That's
That's a good step in the right direction, but you kind of just tipping in the water there. Anyway,
Maybe water.
which
more,
is
more aqua.
More water. More agua.
what I brought you guys together for. Is that the
Man.
next episode of this podcast is going to be called Geeks Under the Kale. And we're taking a totally different approach to how we're doing the show moving forward.
Hey, we'll all feel better because we're pooing. So there's that. Okay.
We're going to be
Geeks under
pairing
the
Color
coconut
was it?
water.
With consistency.
We're going to be pairing
Share
yoga
a journal.
poses with the subject matter. Which yoga pose goes best with the subject matter instead of
Oh God, can we get a video of you in the studio just trying to do yoga?
Hey, you know what?
Can we get that? Please?
If any of our listeners wants to donate 10 grand to our GUI fund, I will put together a yoga video of me doing yoga poses. I will. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I fucking will. That would be.
And for you freaky motherfuckers, check out the GUI OnlyFans with he's not wearing boxers. What? Yeah,
I
we
mean-
got to get on that train, right?
Get that
we got
hairy
every other
habit
social media. Can we
staring
get a
your
GUI
soul down.
OnlyFans?
See,
Can
I
we
was
do that?
True. We haven't touched that on there yet.
We haven't touched the OnlyFans.
I was going to say nobody wants to see that, but I know the internet better than that. Is that
Exactly.
There's somebody,
Someone wants
will
to see
pay.
that, dude.
Somebody
Someone
wants
wants
to
to
see
see that.
Okay, all right. You know what? That's something to look into. That's what we can do.
Look, we'll use the proceeds and we'll put even more money back into the community. I mean,
There you go.
They don't have to know where it came from.
Came from
Yeah.
dirty money.
Hobbit
Dirty
confessional.
Hobbit. Why are you so dirty, Hobbit?
All right, yeah, we're definitely off the rails. Holy
Oh
fuck!
yeah, we haven't even gotten back into
did that
the
happen?
fucking. Anyway, we haven't even talked
Dude,
about.
you started that.
hairy
I'm sorry. He
feet.
started that shit with bring up Dashboard confessional. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
okay,
I'm
right.
putting that on your fucking shoulders.
All right. Well,
I mean, F.U. Hunter's kind of right.
let's
Just
get back
saying.
in. No,
Just saying.
I actually 100% agree. That was on me, and I will totally claim.
Can I
one.
bring it back to Justice League for a moment?
Well, we were going to do that with the next segment that we're going to do.
Yes. No, I know. It was an Aquaman thing. Don't worry. Keep going.
Oh, cool. Like
and we're gonna piss off
the actual Kyle of the Justice League, Aquaman.
Come on now.
Oh,
I think that's like more Green Lantern.
No, dude, Aquaman's a fucking dick the entire movie. Like, I don't like him. He's
less
asshole.
frat. He's less frat in the Snyder cut, all right? So he's not hitting on
exactly. He's less frat. He's more of a fucking asshole. Like, when he saves the dude, he's like, remember when he wakes up telling me you should respect the storm. And he's like a fucking douche, and he's like a whiny bitch. Like, fuck off, dude. Like, when he's down underwater, Willem Dafoe, he's a whiny fucking bitch. That's more reason I knew about my mom. Blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up, dude.
Well, he's whiny because drywall disintegrates underwater and he has nothing to punch. That's why. He's like, oh, if only there was drywall, but it's all fucking melted. It's water.
It's funny because it's true. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Like, Aquaman was still not likable really in this movie. He's a fucking asshole.
He's
literally an
really
asshole.
upset that Zack Snyder didn't add the additional scene where he had a seahorse Nickelback playing This Is How You Remind Me, like, underwater for all the Atlanteans.
Well,
because Willem Dafoe was trying to remind him of who he really is,
exactly.
so it makes sense, right?
And there's a music video cut of like him trying to get him to hold his mom's fucking trident.
Yeah, and he just picks it up and he's like, oh, and there's just like epic chorus in the background. Yeah,
he was too busy having the Icelandic people singing some weird chant to his coat.
That was annoying too, dude. That was annoying
I don't know what
too.
that
it was
was.
his coat and his sweater. She picked up his fucking sweater, dude.
Movie.
It was a wool sweater, and she picks it up and she's like jizzing all over it. It was like,
then they start singing. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
It's fucking terrible.
You gotta love the inconsistency because that cut did not come out. That when the Aquaman movie came out, they were fine talking underwater, but if you notice, they sound like dolphins talking without inside of that bubble. If you notice, whenever they weren't in the bubble, it was like like that's exactly how they talk to each other.
And British accents seem to come out in this one,
and
as opposed to
why did Willem Dafoe look like the Crypt Keeper? Like, why was his hair just long and gray?
Don't you talk bad about Willem Dafoe, all right?
Yeah.
He didn't. Well,
this was a payday for him because you know what? The level of fucking quality of movie he's done is far surpassed. Like, dude, he left fucking Justice League in the goddamn toilet after a solid taco night. And then went on to do his other fucking movies. That's Willem Dafoe's career. Don't even fucking talk shit about him.
I'm not talking shit about him.
We will go, bro.
We will go. Like the Crypt Keeper.
Although I will say that it was kind of in poor taste to have Amber Heard like punching Aquaman like drywall, like over and over again in that scene. It was just is in poor taste, I think.
You didn't see her holding the Atlantean monster energy drink in her hand right before she did that?
I think for me, the best scene with Aquaman, and this isn't because I wanted this to happen, it was just the what if future cut that Cyborg saw where Darkseid kills him. But it wasn't the fact he killed Aquaman. It was when Darkseid turns around, he's got fire for fucking eyes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's fucking rad.
Oh, his Omega
That
beam.
was bad.
Yeah, they do a whole.
Beams,
they do a whole. Yeah, that sort of, where they show the Omega beam just fucking decimating and completely.
That was a really good
Thanos
shot.
Dusting everyone around him.
Yeah. Speaking of, we do have this next little segment that we got to do here. So if you gentlemen can pull up your info there. Cool.
Hey,
Batman.
Hey.
Well, we'll see.
Why do you want to be
about
Batman, dude?
Because it's low.
Just like there's a Snyder cut of Justice League, there is a Geeks Under the Influence cut that you're about to enjoy parts of on this very special segment of Making a Drunken Scene. Making a Drunken Scene.
If Smash is getting Batman, I want to do the Joker with him.
Man, okay. Well, you called it first. Fuck. I knew everybody was going to want to do either Batman or Joker.
I'll take Desaad in the second one.
Desaad, I'll do Steppenwolf.
Yes.
So the first one, this is all from Justice League Snyder Cut, and I think both of these scenes are ones that were not included. No, we're definitely not included in the original Justice League cut. This is from the Snyder Cut specifically. So this one ended up being the epilogue of the Snyder Cut between Batman and the Joker, which I thought was
filmed after too. I think.
It was. It definitely was, and I think was much better than the seeing into the future thing they did with the original. So between Batman and Joker, whenever you gentlemen are, we got Batman played by Smash, and we've got Joker
the Superman lover.
Yeah,
anyway.
And then Lowdown doing the Joker. So
hey, they're best buds.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. I've been dead inside a long time, but even if I have a limit, and if you cross that line, I swear to God, I will...
Before what? Bruce? Kill me? You won't kill me. I'm your best friend. Besides, who's gonna give you a reach around? Anyway, you need me. You need me to help you undo this world you created by letting her die. Poor Lois. How she suffered so. I often wonder, how many alternate timelines do you destroy the world because, frankly, you don't have the cojones to die yourself? So as usual, I'll be the bigger man.
Reveals Joker card.
A truce, Bruce. As long as you have this card, a truce. But all you have to do is tear it in half, and I'm happy to discuss with you in any way you like why you sent the boy Wonder to do a man's job.
Oh, no, he didn't.
He did.
Oh, shit.
You know, it's funny that you would talk about the people who died in my arms, because when I held Harley Quinn and she was bleeding and dying, she begged me with her last breath that when I killed you, and make no mistake, I will fucking kill you, that I'd do it slow. I'm going to honor that promise.
Oh, you're good. You almost had me.
You two had Batman and Joker, and you just like casually talked like it was the scene in Heat. Like,
Hey, how's it going?
Well, no, if
Joker?
you actually pay
How's it
attention
going?
to Jared Leto's performance as Joker, that's how he talks.
You did that dumbass laugh pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's very breathy. Yeah. That's what I was trying. I don't like his laugh, but how he talks as the Joker, the breathy, non-aggressive, non-emotional voice. It's a matter of fact. I think that's brilliant. I think it's a brilliant style for the Joker.
That's exactly the dialogue if they were doing it over video.
over
Just by the
Zoom,
way.
yeah.
Yeah, if they were doing it over Zoom, that's exactly how it'd be going
Batman
down.
and Joker on Zoom, and it's
Make
just like,
no mistake, I will fucking kill you, drinks beer.
Yeah, but no, that's the only reason I went breathy, because like I do like fuck Suicide Squad, like that version of the Joker where he's just that little bit more tweaked, less fucking yo boy, and I'm like, okay, Jared Leto, I see you as the Joker. Give me something.
like
And
show that you're damaged. Don't have it tattooed on your forehead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Seriously, what the fuck? Jesus. And like I said, he never got like emotional. He was just trying to fuck with Batman. So he was very calm and very collected, and I just like that delivery. That's all.
The makeup choice for around his mouth for the lipstick, it reminded me of an old Mia Bamford joke of her turning and being like, "Baby, look good for mommy now." It looked like a little kid that got into their parents' like makeup stash.
Well, he's handcuffed and he's prisoner, so he doesn't have the best of,
But I will say,
he's probably like 4 months old.
if Leto had gone with that for Suicide Squad, I think there would be a
it would've been so
very different conversation about it.
So different.
Yeah.
So different. Yeah, I agree. 100%.
This is now, the next scene is from Steppenwolf and a character that was not in the original, if I remember correctly, Desaad.
He was not. He was
just
not at all.
a part of it at all.
Do you want one of us to read like the, Desaad appears in the wall?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is Steppenwolf, which is myself, right? And then we've got Desaad will be played by Fuck You Hunter. So here we go. I'm going fucking Shakespearean with this shit. Desaad, I call to thee.
Steppenwolf. Oh, I'm sorry.
Desaad appears in the wall of rock.
Steppenwolf, have you begun the conquest?
The world is divided. They are primitive species, unevolved, and at war with one another. Too separate to be one. Their free will must be ripped from them, like other worlds, given absolution in one glorious belief to serve him.
The mother boxes.
I have found one of three. The one that woke and called to me. The other two still sleep, but the parademons feel their presence. They fly.
They search. They take prisoners who carry the scent while I build a stronghold in the name of his glory.
Yes, mighty Steppenwolf, who might have sat here by the side of the Great One, but undone by his self-pride.
Decide! I fall before you.
Kneels down to him.
Let me make a plea to him that I may come home after I take this world in his name.
You betrayed him, your own family.
I saw my mistake. I slaughtered those who sought his throne.
You still owe the Great One 50,000 more worlds. He will hear your plea when you pay your debt.
Stands up.
The mother boxes will be found and united. No protectors here, no lanterns, no Kryptonian. This world will fall like all the others.
For Darkseid.
For Darkseid.
So,
Vanish
okay.
into the wall.
Hunter, I gotta say, you start off as pretentious and then you turned into clueless.
Yeah, that was pretty much just like the shitty, like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah. No.
I'm telling Dad about what you did, okay? You fucked it up.
I'm just saying.
You're talking to Paul Rudd.
Congratulations, Hobbit. That was good.
I was going for a guy at a dinner theater that is just doing way too much. That was my vibe.
I like the end. I like the end of the
For Darkseid.
Got the hairs on the back of my neck standing up.
Darkseid.
All right, so
although I feel like in the movie, I feel like secretly Steppenwolf was trying to do it on his own, because in that particular scene, he takes a second and he's like, for Darkseid. But like I feel like he really wanted to be the one to take the power himself.
Well, I think Darkseid is Steppenwolf's nephew in the comics, and I think there's a storyline where Steppenwolf, he tries to take the throne, which is what they're talking about. So he's but Darkseid being as powerful as he is, and the New Gods, was able to subdue him, so now he has to serve him and make it all up to him. But you're right, because I remember reading an article, a breakdown of some of the scenes, and one of them they were talking about Desaad and how he does want to take the world, but he also wants to take it for himself, and he also knows the anti-life equations there, which would make him essentially the most powerful being, universally.
I think that's actually a really good point that I hadn't considered until talking about this, is that not only that scene where I definitely know what part you're talking about in that conversation from the drunken scene, but also later you see when the second mother box is there and he touches it and he gets kind of like shot into, like, find out that this is where the anti-life is.
Yeah, exactly.
He's doing the exact same things
Power.
that we saw Darkseid doing earlier. So it's like him as Darkseid being the one to have the power to create the anti-life algorithm around him.
Oh, and that yell he lets out when he fucking smashes the ground and you get the Omega symbol, and I was like, oh, he wants this shit. It was like his primal fucking release.
You can,
right?
And I that's very understated, but I mean, I feel like that's definitely there. It's something that I didn't get the first go, but I think is definitely something that's meant for a rewatch to get that nuance of the character. I like that. I like that a lot. And also, one thing that we touched on a little bit at the first part that I want to dig into a little bit more is that there was a lot of behind the scenes conversation with the Whedon version about the lack of Cyborg and his backstory that was incorporated into the original version.
Fuck me.
And
dude,
I was joking about him being super emo, and he was, but also it's just like, Dad, you made me like a monster. Like, I can understand. And he is actually a teenager. He's like a high school football player that gets put back together.
He's a college student. It's university. It's college.
They're basically the same. I'm old enough that they're all just children. But
saying like 10th grader versus a fucking second year college is two totally different things.
I know. I'm just saying that I'm old enough that they're all 12 to me.
Because you're old.
I'm old.
The irony in all that too is that as a teenager, they they don't have the ability up to a certain age. It's hard for them to process basic emotions. They have a hard time really processing them. That doesn't happen until you're a lot older, usually like 16, 17, 18. So as a college student, honestly, if it happened to him as a high school student, like younger, like 10th, 11th grade, and he became that, it'd probably be a lot easier for him to adapt into that
True.
life.
That's actually a good
That
point
is
too.
true.
Then as
But
an
we
adult.
show him struggling with that because he is an adult at this point.
You know all
he
about
had his
monsters,
future.
don't you, Dad?
Yeah.
They cut so much of Cyborg out of the Whedon one that literally his dad sacrifices himself. And they're like, not a big deal.
It means
I know-
nothing. It
Yeah.
means nothing.
But they cut it out. They're like, yeah, whatever. Don't worry about it. Like,
When you don't have that moment where there isn't like a full forgiveness that happens with Cyborg, but there's the beginnings of when he like saves him, which also that scene before they try to resurrect Superman is so much more important in this version, where you see that they're like, fuck, we barely got out of there alive, and and didn't even fuck him up very much. And so
Exactly.
that's the motivation to resurrect Superman. I felt that was way more understood in this version than the original.
When they got to that point in this version, they were like, Barry Allen was like, I don't want to say it, but yeah, I mean, I know we're all thinking it. I don't want to say it. Do you want to say it? And they're like,
Yeah.
we need to revive the fucking Superman. And I do got to say that in the Snyder version, it was all so fucking diluted, or just made just to be non.
Or the Whedon version.
Whedon version.
Yeah, it just didn't make any fucking sense. Like, so I put that down as a note for me for one particular reason, just because there was a reason that Cyborg made so much sense, or why he was in certain scenes when you saw the original release. It's because Snyder had this vision of where Cyborg was supposed to be placed and what his thing was, and in the Snyder Cut you get all of that. You get every single thing leading up to the final scene that Cyborg has. And it's all fucking important, and it all fucking matters, and that's awesome. Because Cyborg is a fucking great character in DC. Like, Young Justice, the cartoon series. I mean, you've got all the Cyborg comic shit.
Hell, even Doom Patrol, the live action he's in.
Oh yeah, Doom Patrol. Yeah, fuck. There's so much shit Cyborg is important in that it just didn't do him justice when he hits the fucking big screen. Right?
Yeah.
Like, it's embarrassing.
And also, I mean, it is. If I was him, I could feel the insult watching like the Whedon cut, going, "Oh, what?" So basically, his entire storyline is cut, and the problem with that is that with this original version, I guess, and added stuff from the Snyder Cut, everything does have its purpose. I mean, like, I watched it twice over, and once, as a fanboy, because I was like, all right, finally, let's fucking see what we got. And the second one was like, let me be objective. And I went through it, and so many things. Yes, context is important, but it led into one thing that led into another, and it did it seamlessly pretty well, minus the long music scenes. One of them being the mother boxes were a living entity. They weren't just there floating around doing stuff, and he was attached to that. So when they saw him connecting to that, and they were like, this is going to play on your fears. Like, these things are alive. They're a living entity within themselves, in the sense, and they really showed that all made perfect sense. And when they brought Superman back, which is, I love the way that they did it in this one.
Oh yeah, dude.
They didn't put the shitty, we're going to have a battle, we're going to be like, I'm not doing it, it's wrong, and Diana's pissed off, and they did all that so she could walk in and see him with his shirt off. Like, that was, in the original, the theatrical cut, that was the only point to them having an issue with everything.
Although I'm glad they kept the Superman's head turn while Flash is coming around the side. That's like one of my favorite moments. So
it just emphasizes how strong Superman is.
Yeah.
That was needed. That was needed even in the original fucking theatrical release. That was needed.
Yeah, but so there's a lot of great things like that.
It's just weird that they cut out so much with Cyborg, because literally they already had planned an Aquaman movie, Wonder Woman's movie. Like, they hadn't talked about doing a Cyborg movie, so you figure they would take advantage and get him a little more in detail, since they already had two characters. You already had a Superman movie, and yet they still just, the Whedon cut just cut so much, and they're just like, yeah, this guy looks like a robot kind of, and he does something with the team. It's such a bullshit kind of throw off.
Yeah, I do want to make mention, we haven't talked about Wonder Woman very much at all. But just in a quick aside on this is that, like, I love how much more fleshed out that action sequence was of Steppenwolf stealing the mother box from there. And it was the first time in the original cut, I didn't even think about the fact that Zack Snyder did 300. This version, I went, this is Girl 300 that we're seeing here.
Yes.
The slow motion.
About the bank scene alone, the opening scene.
No, but we're talking
with
about
her.
when she's trying to leave with the mother box. That hallway scene was like, oh my
Fucking
god,
awesome.
this is brilliant.
Everybody is beast as fuck.
Yes.
Did you see the 6-packs on those ladies? I'm just saying. I'm just saying,
man, Lowdown. He's all riled up now.
I'm just saying, dude. They were fucking fit as fuck. They were strong as fuck.
Yeah.
They were crushing fucking pillars.
See Leonidas.
The Whedon version, it felt like they were running away from Steppenwolf the entire time, but this time it felt like they were trying to stand their ground, and when they couldn't, they fell back and then still tried to stand their ground. Like there was a lot more strength that was shown from those characters.
They were like, no, we have things in place to trap the problem. So we're going to trap them with our strength and then keep moving with the thing they want.
It wasn't like, Monty Python, run away! Like, it was, it was
at least appreciate that the Amazons actually guarded and built a temple to watch the mother box. Meanwhile, the Atlanteans pretty much just had one dude watching it. And the fucking humans just buried it in the ground. They got the mother box like
as humans do.
Like, not even
we're not exactly
the only ones that take the mother box seriously were the Amazons. Everybody else is like, yeah, we'll keep an eye on it.
Humans aren't exactly the most intelligent.
They just buried it. They're like, this tree looks good.
But
the humans are like, I have a hat made of bones, buried it in the dirt. Like they just don't.
Exactly. Like, that's what we do. We
bury. I don't know.
It'll be safe here.
Draw
It'll
a map.
never get dug up.
Just draw a map,
but
style.
I do want to tie, and this will move forward, but I do want to tie into something that Smash said with how they brought back Superman in utilizing one of the mother boxes. But when they brought him back and he was trying to, after the fight, where he's trying to remember and figure out who he was, and after he went back home to Kansas and had the whole scenes with Lois, when he went to his Fortress of Solitude, they do a callback, and I don't remember if this was in the original 2017.
I don't think it was
Justice League, but they do a callback to Man of Steel, where he hones into the Earth and hones into the Earth's power.
He creates
puts
his own
fist on the
gravitation,
ground,
or his own
and he
gravity.
creates his own fucking magnetic force. He does that in Man of Steel, and he does that in this movie. And I caught that, and I was like, "That's fucking beautiful," because they made a point to show that in Man of Steel that he is gaining his power from the Earth and from the Earth's sun in this galaxy. And they made a point to show that, to show that that's where his strength comes from. And he just puts his fist down and fucking gravel just starts swirling around his hand. And in my mind, I always took that as him coming in tune with his power source. And the fact that he is now in the black suit, he is reborn, he is, reanimated, and he goes to the Fortress of Solitude to something that feels normal. And before he leaves to go fight, he does the same thing. I thought, to Superman fans anyway, that was a huge important factor. Smash, am I wrong on that?
Well, I mean, in the way that he's been known to fly, at least in certain live action specifically, they've always, even in Smallville, that's what they showed. From in my brain, I always saw it because he's so dense and he's so powerful. He creates his own gravity. His own, he's able to break free from the gravity
basic
around
science
him,
and physics,
which is why he can move at such fast speeds and why he can lift such heavy objects, going upwards.
Sure,
because he can create his own gravity around it. So, that's the way that I've always thought of it. But it's, similar, like he's creating his own energy, essentially. But when the way that they brought him back, they did two things. One, they didn't rush it. So it made sense.
No.
He also didn't come back immediately angry and pissed off that like Bruce Wayne or Batman was there. Like he fought.
Well, that was the reshoots.
Well, those were the reshoots, and that's what I'm saying is that action scene. Whedon took some things, but that action scene was much longer. But it just shows that he was like, I don't know where the fuck I am, but this is happening, and I'm going to react. And it was just a very primal reaction. Now, I did read that when he saw Lois, it wasn't, or he sensed her and she came around. It wasn't so much that he saw Lois that made him stop and take a breath and like think, but he could tell that she, theory wise, he could tell that she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't been gone that long.
18. Well,
I don't think it's been. I think it's 8 months.
8 months. 18 months was between the end of Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman. So yeah, it was 8 months between Batman vs Superman and the Justice League movie.
Yeah, since his death.
Right. Yeah.
So like somewhere in between there. So which would be, well, I mean, give or take a few months. So it'd probably be, if she was pregnant, and she's not necessarily showing, she could be a few months into it and just really thin. You never know. But he could sense something, whether it was just her presence or that, which I thought was kind of a cool, interesting thing for him to pick up on. And that was kind of what brought him back. But when he went to his ship and he walked through, and the ship could obviously read his DNA and tell who he is, and showed him his uniforms, essentially like the different uniforms. He's hearing both fathers talk to him. That's why, it's trying to remind him who he is, because he is now the father. He is now going to become a father. Yeah. And it was just, I thought that was a really cool kind of take on it.
Apparently in the interview with Zack Snyder too, he said he had intentions of, Justice League 2 and 3. 2 would be pretty much Darkseid taking over, and kind of like a la Endgame. Then they've got to go back in time to stop it, and that's 3. And Lois is pregnant, and her kid would eventually be Batman.
See, now this is where Warner Brothers needs to eat their own fucking nut and fucking just pay for Snyder to do his thing. Yeah. I'm sorry.
No,
I would watch the shit out of that.
I definitely, and that's what I kind of want to tie up this episode with, is that it's been discussed that this is kind of the end of the Snyderverse for now. It's not that
they said they're not going to include it as canon.
Yeah, that it's not even canon.
Yeah, they said that. What the fuck, right now? Man?
That this is like the end of it, and it feels like when Arrested Development won a bunch of awards and then was canceled. Like, it feels like one of those things that.
Whoops.
Like, we finally got a version that was true to the director, where, I've made jokes about Zack Snyder, but also I loved The Watchmen, his version of it. And 300 for the time was fucking great. I think this is, even though he did benefit from having time to see how the first one played out and was able to kind of, at least with the CGI aspects of things, I think there were much better choices made with the CGI that didn't necessarily have to do with Zack Snyder, but I think he got to have a 4-hour version, so he got to flesh out the characters a lot more. He got to benefit from there being a do-over a little bit, but ultimately, I don't give a shit whether or not this is like him benefiting from that or not. I get a Justice League movie that I'm actually really fucking stoked about.
Oh, he's not done, by the way, because Justice is Gray is coming out. I am a sucker when stuff comes out in black and white. That's his intention, and this shot, what they've shown so far, just these little clips, looks fucking amazing. So I'm stoked on. I mean, that's why all the promo stuff for the Snyder Cut, coincidentally, was in black and white, because that's the next one that's going to drop.
Also, so there's a black and white version of the 4-hour Snyder Cut.
If you look it up, you can see a quick shot of. There's a clip that's like a minute 30 with the Alfred Batman interaction when he's Alfred's doing the mechanic work that Alfred is underpaid for, but it looks amazing.
I seriously doubt he's underpaid for it, honestly.
Dude, he's a butler. Why is he doing that? You have Fox. He's not Fox for a reason to do.
He's not a butler.
Building,
he's not just a fucking butler, dude. He's getting paid bank.
He's got his suit on under the mechanic's outfit.
What do we do?
He's like the dad if you had a kid really young. Like, he's not like so much older than the kid, but like, so they're kind of like a friend dad.
I just like having Lucius Fox in there to like, here, I did this, and Alfred can fucking keep an eye on dusting. All right.
Hold on. So like, there's actually a good scene in the unrated, the uncut Batman vs Superman where like, no, it was the Justice League where he's like, hey, this is Alfred. I work for him.
No, it's just
Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Is just like, I work for him because he understands who Alfred is.
Yeah.
So that was to me, that was a really important scene because like, no, bitch, like, the Alfred in this is my favorite fucking character, without a doubt. If someone asked me who my favorite character is in the Zack Snyder DC universe, I would say fucking Jeremy Irons as Alfred is fucking awesome. It's badass.
And we can end it off with Martian Manhunter.
Oh, right. That's
we didn't talk about that.
No,
like the tie into Man of Steel. He looked fucking Martian Manhunter. Why the fuck did you cut that, dude? Why do you fucking cut that, dude? Like, dude, that same scene of her going to see Lois is in the original release, they just cut out like 15 seconds. Why the fuck did they do that?
Yeah.
That makes no fucking sense to me.
If they had run with the Snyder cut, they have potential for what Marvel did later on, which is those second tier characters.
Yeah.
Because in the Snyder cut, you got fucking the scientist that takes over, Dan. That's the fucking Atom. You literally have the officer that's talking to Gordon, who is the Spectre. Like, you have all of these little hints, and for DC fans know this, and they've officially said, oh, it's not canon. So none of that matters now.
Yeah.
It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit.
Well, it's going to be, and the irony is that the theatrical version was Whedon, and the Whedon thing is with Firefly on what could have been. Now, the Snyder has his go at it, and it now allows people for Justice League to wonder what could have been from his version. So there is an irony that comes from this a little bit.
You know what shouldn't have happened is any fandom to have what could have been, and they just fucking
no shit.
Stop fucking sucking their own fucking dicks.
In this day and age,
dude.
In this day and age now, like when Firefly came out, that's now we get so much shit, and so to think that like all this stuff's established and it's never going to go any further, it's kind of crazy.
It
pisses me off.
But
100%. It's fucking crazy.
But just so you know, GUI will never give you a shorter episode just so that we cut out all the important stuff. We're going to go a half hour over our time to make sure that we fill in all the information.
Yeah, that's what we do.
It's what we do. But also understand that there's always going to be another episode of GUI, unlike the Snyderverse, unfortunately. Well, both unfortunately for another episode of us, and also not a Snyderverse. But we do appreciate you guys sticking around to listen to us wax poetic for once, or the thrice maybe, Wonder Woman and Shazam too, as well. But it is actually it does actually feel really nice to talk about a DC property positively
and be pissed when they fuck it up. Right? It feels good.
like I feel good about it. Like I'm not mad that they did a good job. I'm like actually genuinely excited.
I feel great. This is beautiful.
I feel weird. I know. I want to go after the Chrome Dome down there.
Well,
but
hold on, Kyle.
This is like a South Park episode where Kyle's alive at the end. You know, like
Kyle Smash was trying to defend the undefendable. That's why he felt attacked.
Yeah.
This is actually like, I would defend this film. I would.
Yep.
I would defend it. I would. Totally. 100%.
I mean, here's the thing is, again, I said at the beginning, Zack Snyder will still be whatever he does with Martha. All right. It's always going to be stuck on him. I know, Kyle, you want to like say a lot of stuff, but he's always fucking going to have that Martha part. All right.
Well, part's ridiculous.
That's the Greedo shoot first.
And they didn't change it
first
in the uncut version. It's the same shit. I'm like,
exactly.
I expected something to be different. I'm like, really? This is the turning point. It's still Martha. Fuck you. And I didn't finish it. I didn't finish it after that. I'm like, fuck you.
Later on this year, we get a little bit more Zack Snyder because it's been optioned for Netflix, so you don't have to go to the movie theater to see it. We've got Army of the Dead coming up later on in just a couple months.
With
Dave Bautista,
and
a few other folks. There's a trailer out right now for that, and we are definitely going to try to do an episode for that as well, because it's Zack Snyder in epic fashion doing a super high budget zombie apocalypse movie. So, you know, if not GUI, hopefully GUI, but if not GUI, it's at least going to be Madness.
I
or
already
something.
talked about how we're going to do that in Spiral, so we've already got that on the schedule for shit. So yeah, we're definitely
So definitely stick around for that. And definitely stick around for next week for our follow-up for this episode, our GUI Nights, where it is recorded right after we do this episode. So you want to
I got plans
hear
for this.
What superhero characters we want to fuck. That's going to be the next episode after this.
So Squirrel Girl for
get into
you.
Which is not DC related at all.
Out of the Justice League, which one is going to do justice to our sexual desires, I guess is the focus. But we'll figure it out. But thank you so much for listening. Jesus. Follow Geekfathers. Follow From the Mouths of Madness. Follow From the Mouths of Madness and Beautiful Disasters. Follow Smack My Pitch Up and Deeply Upsetting. All the shows on the network. That's all at GUIPodcast.com. Rate, reviews, subscribe to this show and all others anywhere you get your podcasts, and we'll find you next time. I'm Mike the Hobbit. Thank you so much for my panel, and join us or die.
Shut the fuck up, Hobbit.
Join us or die! Join us or die! Or I will swallow your soul!
GUIPodcast.com.
This is Gotham!